Good afternoon. My name is Hector, and this is my colleague Lourdes. And your names are?
I'm Alejandra.
And I'm Natalia.
Where are you from, Alejandra?
I'm from Mexico.
And you, Natalia?
I'm from Colima.
First, we'd like to know something about you. When was the last time that you went on holiday, Natalia?
The last time I went on holiday, I think it was on summer vacations. I went to the beach and I also went to Chihuahua.
When you're on holiday, how do you like to travel, Alejandra?
Um, um, I like to travel like first in a fast way, where I can enjoy the place where I'm going, and somewhere that it's near from Colima too. So something really relaxed.
How do you like to spend your free time, Natalia?
I like to spend my free time in family, but um, having some quality time with my family and also with my friends. I like to go out.
That's great. How much free time do you have, Alejandra?
I have like 4 days free, and I think that I would like to do more activities to have less free time.
Do you think it's enough, the free time that you have?
No. Oh, yes. I mean, yes, I think it's a lot. So I would like to do something else.
Do you enjoy watching TV, Natalia?
Yes, I do
Why?
because I find very like many kind of content to watch. Something is like more for entertainment, and other I can find
I'm
more.
gonna stop you right there. Um, in this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you two photographs. I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own for about a minute, and also to answer a question about your partner's photographs. Alejandra, it's your turn first. Here are your photographs. They show people spending time together.
Okay.
I'm going to set your timer. And you're going to, I'd like you to compare the two photographs and say what you think the people are enjoying about spending time together. All right?
Okay.
You're going to have a minute to do this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So in the first picture, um, I see a family. It's a dad, a mom, and the baby. Well, it's not a baby, but it's like a kid, a really small kid. And in the second photograph, I see probably a couple that are moving to a new house or like a apartment, I don't know, that are like, well, yes, spending time together. So in the first picture, I think that they are enjoying the time together because it's like a family trip because of where they are. I think that they're in a boat in the middle of the lake. So I think that that's what they are enjoying. That they can spend time with their son and I don't know, making jokes, having fun. And yes, and they're like playing with the kid, like making him like fly, pretending that he's flying, or I don't know.
Thank you. Now I'm going to give your partner, Natalia, 30 seconds, and I'm going to ask her a question about your photographs. Now, Natalia, do you often spend time with your family?
I do. I spend mostly the weekend with them. We go to several places. Now, like it's the feria, and we spend some time in the feria, in the games, or just walking and buying some things and some food.
Thank you. Now, Natalia, here are your photographs. They show people having lunch in different places. I'm going to give you a minute to compare the photographs and say why you think the people have chosen to eat in these places. I'm going to tell you when I start the timer so you don't start before or after. All right? Now.
Okay, I think the first picture, the two women choose the office to eat because I see they're eating some rice, and I think it's like make less mess than in the second picture, because in the second picture is people eating pizza, and since the pizza is like, I think, like more big and have like more sauces, I think it's more difficult to eat like in the office or in other place. But with the rice, I think it's more easy to eat in other places, and it's not a lot of mess to do. And I guess they can like leave the office in the first picture to eat, so they order to their office. And in the second place, I think it's like a friend's date, like they go out and spend some time eating,
Okay.
and that's it.
Thank you. That was great. Now, Alejandra, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to answer a question about Natalia's pictures. Where do you usually eat with your friends and why? Starting now.
Well, we usually eat like in a place of like fast food, um, because we enjoy, because it's like not healthy and really good, and it's also really cheap instead of going like to restaurants, or like high quality food because it's more expensive. And like it takes a lot of time like to prepare the meal and cooking and everything, while in fast food it's easier and faster and cheaper. And also,
Stop.
well, okay.
Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'm going to give you the topic once I set the timer. Here are some places where people sometimes choose to study and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. The task is what are the advantages and disadvantages of studying in these places? I'm hoping you found the diagram. Now I'm going to give you 2 minutes to talk about it with each other. Starting now.
Well, I think like studying in a bedroom can be comfortable, but if you're studying in a bed, I think it's like with the pass of time, it can get uncomfortable. But if you have a desk in your bedroom, I think it will be more easy and more comfortable because you're like in a space, like in your space, so you can study like by yourself and be more chill.
Yes, I agree. But the other place is the park. I think that a good thing about it is that it's like a natural place and you feel like more relaxed and everything. But something bad, it could be all the noise, the people that it's walking, or the animals, the dogs that are walking there, or the people. So yes, the bedroom is right now the best one.
I think like an advantage of starting at a friend's house, it can be like you can like share knowledge with your friends or complement your ideas or you can complement your friends' ideas. It can be also fun because in some free times you have between studies, you can chat with your friends, you can have fun and you aren't alone at all and you can learn from your friends and your friends can learn from you and I think that's a good advantage.
Yes. I think that the other good place it would be the library. Because they're like really quiet, really calm. Um it's like more
Stop.
academic.
Now, I am going to give you about a minute to decide from the options given to you what is the best place to study during the exam periods. Starting now.
Well, I think that the friend's house it's a really good option because of what you say that you can share the knowledge.
I also think it's the best because you can learn different things from others and others can learn from you. I think it's the best opinion and I will go for that.
Yes, I think that that's also the best choice. So yes.
And I think I could also choose the library because you sometimes need to be alone to study or to focus more on your studies. And the library could be a good place because it's silent and you can focus better on what you're doing.
Yes. Also, it depends on how you learn, like with an explication or only like reading what you study. That would be the library because, but if you need like more help, it will be your friend's house.
Stop. Now, I am going to ask you some questions. I'm going to give you 4 minutes to answer uh, every question that I ask you. I'm going to give you 4 minutes in total. You are both going to answer these questions. Do you think that we study the right subjects at school? And why or why not? Alejandra, go ahead first.
Okay. Yes and no. I think that some of them are like to make us like think how we must. Like for example, mathematics, it helps us to search like a more logical way. Like help us think like a more logical way, yes. But I think that we could see other subjects that can help us like in an adult life, like in the future, um like how to do some stuff. subjects that are more important. Like it will be like chemistry that or other subjects that then help us to decide what we want to study on college. But I think yes and no, it could be better, but they are good enough, yes.
And you, Natalia?
Um, I can agree with Alejandra because some some subjects are okay, but sometimes I feel some subjects are just fulfilling the schedule. No, we're not gonna use all the subjects we're teaching in school in our daily life, but it all depends on what you decide to study. But I think like the maths, we're gonna use it our whole life, so it's an important topic to our subject. But like history or like other subjects, we are not gonna use them in our daily life. And but I guess we have these subjects for something, but probably we're gonna use it once or twice, but not our whole life. And I think they're just there to fill a schedule we need to follow.
Okay. Some people say it's more important to study science than history. What's your opinion, Natalia?
Um, I think um, I think it is more important. I mean, both are important for I think for everything, but science, I think it's the future, and with I think like they can go like together because with science, it's the future, and the history, I think it's like the reason. It can be. I mean, I think it depends on each person, but I think like both are important. I mean, science is more important than history. I think so, but both are essentials for life. And I mean, I in my opinion, is more important to study science, but each person has their own opinion.
Okay. What do you think, Alejandra?
I think the best I mean I think the same as Natalia, because I think that both are important, both like connect the same, well, not the same topics, but they like relate with each other. Um, it depends on the person that, for example, if it's like when what you're going to study in college, I think that it depends completely on the person. But I also think that science is a little bit more important than history.
Stop. Thank you. That is the end of the test.
Good morning. My name is Natalia, and this is my colleague Alejandra. And your names are?
I'm Hector.
And what's your name?
Lourdes.
Okay, can I have your mark sheets, please? Okay. Héctor, where are you from?
I'm from Mexico, from the city of Colima.
And you, Lourdes?
I'm from Mexico.
Okay, first, we'd like to know something about you. Héctor, when was the last time that you went on holiday?
The last time that I went on holiday was a really long time ago. I think it was maybe a year or two ago that I went with my family to Manzanillo to enjoy the beach at at an at my godmother's house. It was really fun.
Okay, thank you. Lourdes, is there a country that you would really like to visit in the future?
I think a country I would like to visit is Italy because it looks like a pretty city and I would like to eat some foods and dessert.
Okay, thank you. Hector, do you prefer to spend your free time alone or with friends?
I prefer to spend my time with friends because I feel more comfortable with my friends. I really do feel like they help me feel more at peace because when I'm alone, I don't feel bad when I'm alone, but I feel
Same, same.
infinitely.
Okay, let's go to the second part. In this part of the test, I'm going to give you each two photographs, and I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own for about a minute, and also to answer a question about your partner. Hector, it's your turn first. Here are your photographs. They show people spending time together. And I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what you think the people are enjoying and about spending time together. All right?
All right. I feel like they both are indeed spending time together, but in very different ways. I feel like in the first picture, they are enjoying more the part about spending time as a family because I assume they're a mother and the father spending time with their baby, which is uh, really fun for a family, I suppose. While in the other picture, we can see we can see two we can see a man and a woman planning the inner layer of their house, like as if they were trying to figure out how to place everything before or after moving into a house, a new home. So they are both spending time. They are both passing quality time together, but in very different ways. And in the second picture, they seem to be just chatting, like they're best friends. While in the first picture, they're just spending time as a happy family. And yeah, that's basically what I can see. And the second picture do seem like they're passing a lighter time being just themselves and chatting when when nothing else is really going on. They just seem to be spending the time of planning the moving to a house a lot better than what it could be because I assume it's normally just a really boring process and they're making it fun by having a drink, by chatting, laughing. It seems really fun.
Okay, thank you. Lourdes, do you often spend time with your family?
Um, mm, not often because during the week they have their own things to do and we don't have a lot of time. Well, my family doesn't have a lot of time.
Okay, thank you. Can I have your booklet, please? Now, Lourdes, here are your photographs. They show people having lunch in different places. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say why you think the people have chosen to eat in these places.
Um, I think these people choosing to eat in these places because maybe it's near of where they work, I think, or a place they just like to go and eat, hang out. Um, um, I think um, because they can have time with their friends in that place and can talk, spend time together. Um, uh, I think because it's a good place to live. Uh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hector, where do you usually eat with your friends?
When I go out with my friends, we usually like to go to a shopping mall, and we like to choose fast food restaurants because they're quicker at the service. They give you your food quicker, and they're more accessible. They're cheaper. So, and instead of going to restaurants, to really big restaurants that take longer to give you your food, and it's really expensive sometimes, we prefer to spend we prefer to spend our time at a at a at- we prefer to spend our time at a fast food restaurant
Time.
just chatting.
Okay, thank you. Can I have your booklet, please? And for the last part, now I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. Here are some places where people sometimes just study and a question for you to discuss. First, you have to look at the task and now talk about each other about the advantages and disadvantages of studying in these places.
I feel like the advantages of studying in the library is that you get more peace and quiet so you can concentrate better. But if you're studying with another person, like a friend, for example, you don't you don't get as much freedom to discuss some ideas because you have to keep silent. What do you think?
Yes, I think it will be a disadvantages because you can't talk in a library and everything needs to be in silence. I think advantages of touring the park will be that in some parks there are free internet, so you can go and study there and there's fresh air.
Yeah, like do your research with the free internet, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the living room would be a kind of good place to study, but um, I don't think it's the best option because in the living room you get a lot of noise, and people just pass around, just walk around the living room. Maybe a family member just wants to go in and start watching TV, and I feel like that would interrupt your focus and make it harder to study.
Yes, you can be distracted and also you can write well on the sofa
Mhm.
or just feel comfortable studying.
Yeah.
Time.
Okay, thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide what is the best place to study during the exam periods.
I truly feel that the best place to study is either your own bedroom or at a friend's house, because in your bedroom you get peace and quiet because it's a controlled environment that you know, and maybe you can bring a friend over. But I feel like the best option for people that like to study in groups would be going to a friend's house, because there you can discuss the topics with your friends, see the different points of view and see what works best. It really depends on what is your type of studying.
Yeah, because if you want silence, library will be a better option. Or a friend's house, you, I think it will be great to talk to each other. But you
Fine.
can be,
Yeah,
Now, for
sometimes
part
you
four,
can.
okay, thank you. For part four, you are gonna use the following questions in order as appropriate. Now, Hector, some people say it's more important to study science than history. What's your opinion?
Well, I think it really depends on what you're trying to do with your life. For example, I personally believe that science would serve a better purpose than history for my plans, because I don't, besides me not being that great at memorizing dates, specific dates and numbers, I feel like science would be an a really more important to study, because I'm really proficient in science. So I feel like for me personally, I feel that science is more important than history, but it really depends on what you're trying to do with your life.
Okay, thank you. Now, Lourdes, do you think that parents and teachers have the same responsibility in children? Why or why not?
not the same because teachers just have the responsibility of the children when they are in class and school. Um, the parents have the responsibility all the time because because they need to take care of their children.
Okay, thank you. Now, Hector, do you think that we study the right subjects at school?
I feel like some of the subjects we study are really important, like mathematics and the proper use of our own language and the foreign language English. But I feel like some other subjects we have aren't as important. Like, for example, we I don't feel like the knowledge we get abil- on some other subjects could really be that useful, and in and it wouldn't serve as much as of a purpose as the main sciences, like and mathematics, chemistry, English, and Spanish. I feel like those are the most useful ones, and the other subjects
Oh,
are.
thank you.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of the test.